Uniquely loving you. March 10, 2014. The most profound and beautiful of words, I love you, are words that have been said and shared countless of times with those you love, whether they are friends or family, pet or even plant. The concept of love has always held a mystery, and love has always been able to help you discover what it means when it is shared with another and who you are. But we ask you, what is love to you? What is the sacred relationship between you and the person you share those mighty words with? And who are you when you say those words? Just think, beautiful children of God, if you knew the answers to those questions, answers only your heart could provide, then that simple phrase, I love you, would no longer be a revelation, nor would it be a declaration. It would become a simple proclamation of pure fact. For the many dear souls who already have a keen vision and deeply profound understanding, they already understand that love is just how things are. It is the authentic and fundamental space in you that creates inspiration and encouragement for you to seek and to become. Entering the sacred and divine field of love is the true goal of any one person who is walking the spiritual path and bringing in changes to live a spiritually rich life. It is very possible to have deep unconditional love even for people you do not know, people that are strangers in the community which you reside. To be able to see your oneness and connection with people that you have no history with, and still love them as if you have always loved them, will remove you from the clutches of separateness into the freedom of unity, compassion, and of course love. Keep in mind, dearest children of God, when you suddenly realize you love every single person in the community which you live, it is not possible to know if they too are shining this brilliant realization that is brighter than the sun. Now we ask you to make a contrast with what your cynical view of each other is in daily challenges, and how you deal with people through your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Have you had moments when you considered people as objects to a challenge you must learn to overcome, or that they are merely inconsequential and boring? It is always possible, beautiful children of God, to see any situation more deeply if you truly try. You have friends, family, and co-workers, people you already value, trust, and respect. But do you share the exact same expression of love with all people, or are you selective? If you are selective, why? What is the difference from one to the other? The sharing of love should not be held in discriminating views of perception. Love has no discrimination. The feeling and expression of love is open to all people of all class, regardless if the person is rich or poor, has no distinction on the color of your skin, and it doesn't have concerns over religious or spiritual practices. Love is a beautiful action that comes from your heart, and it is meant to be shared and to help unify people from different cultures and backgrounds. It is not meant to just be shared with people you are already comfortable with. It is meant to be shared with everyone, equally. Many dear souls have excuses for not being able to love every person, and this is largely based on their differences. Beautiful children of God, each of you are meant to be unique in order for you to live in a world that is best suited for you, where you can feel that you are an individual, but in your individualism you are also connected to every other person that shares this beautiful planet with you as home. Comprehend that inside you is a beautiful story, your history, and of how you are evolving and changing each day. Inside you as well are your skills and talents that you have yet to fully discover. You have your limitations to embrace, what your preferences are, your self-awareness, and so much more. All that is inside of you right now all adds up to the unique package of you. The next person you are standing beside or walking past may appear separated from you because you don't know them. They have a separate body, a separate inner richness, but what you do share is the very fact that this person is also unique, and both of you are alive, and you both share the ability to love and to raise your consciousness and level of understanding. When you come to the realization of your shared consciousness and awareness with another dear soul, your path towards love becomes that much clearer. You are at that moment in the center of yourself, at the heart and soul center of your awareness that is also deeply engraved into every inch of your life. And this person who is standing beside you or who has walked by is also at the center of their awareness. Can you really assume to know if your awareness is any different from the next person? Only when a person responds can you determine your awareness differences. then all there truly is to understand is that your awareness is here and theirs is somewhere else. No matter where your consciousness or awareness lies in difference with the next person, it is still a field you both participate in that is continuous. There is a consciousness shared from one dear soul to the other. And when you look at another dear soul, remember that their consciousness is the same as yours, just not similar, and in the sameness you share the same field, and that field moves you forward towards love that is pure and unconditional. It is always possible to feel the sameness with another dearest children of God. You will have times when you can nearly touch this feeling with another dear soul. When you come home to your own awareness, you are able to see awareness in others. Even if there are two different points of view, this does not mean that there are not two separate awarenesses going on. Understand, dear ones, it is still the same awareness. It is your perception that becomes changed, and your attitude towards other dear souls, regardless if they are friend or stranger, also changes. Boundaries between people that were once constructed begin to dissolve and become more translucent. When you are living a life filled with love and it is expressed in all you do, you are able to delve deeper in that sameness of consciousness and awareness. In your inner center, you will come to know your I. This is the part of you who sees and is aware, and chooses from the information provided from you what you are seeing. Remember, you are remarkably unique, and so is the next person. Each of you are beautifully unique. Unfortunately, what we have observed of late is that uniqueness is creating more separation. There are far too many categories and labels for the children of God to be slotted into. Love does not work this way. Love does not carry labels or choose categories. Love is simple and deeply profound, and when you love purely, you will come to the conclusion that through your singular uniqueness you are empowered by the divine will of God, the one mighty source that is alive in each of you. He is uniquely inside each of you, and when you share your unconditional love, a love with no borders, no labels, a love that is all accepting, you are sharing Him. When you realize that God is inside each and every dear soul, there is a release of inner freedom and understanding. If you take the time to look back to the focus of your attention, where your choices and will came from, and go back through your central core, you will find yourself directly in the presence of God, and through that direction you discover your oneness as well as your love. It is important to explore yourself from the inside, to look back to the root causes of your focus, not for you to find something to theorize, not to ponder over or to analyze, but to bring what you find that is true and sound into practice. Tracing yourself back to your roots is best achieved through meditation, and when you make time for this, your tracing will bring you back to the sacred source of your creation and towards the path of unconditional love, a love that is fitting for you to embrace and to share with every single person you come into contact with, even if that contact is just standing beside one another without exchanging a word. And so it is. I am Ascended Master, Sanat Kumara, through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com